Hi, what's up, everybody? Good evening. My name is Ronald Nzimora, and you are welcome to today's presentation. And today we are going to be talking about the brand new way to write powerful converting, copywriting, sales letters, ads, whatever it is, even if you failed secondary school English. Now, this is an exclusive video for everyone who is a paid member of the 90 days to 1 million naira class and challenge that I started back in September. Okay, so you're welcome, everybody. So if you're watching this video, you are part of that exclusive group and you are in for an amazing ride today. But first of all, I want to do something really important. Okay, I want to say sorry to all of you guys. This video should have come a long time ago. First of all, I fell sick and I had to be hospitalized, and then I came back from sickness and I had this pile of work. I was out for about a month sick, and when I got back, I had this pile of work that I had to get to, and I've been pushing to make sure that I get through every single thing, and it's been crazy, right? It's been crazy, but I'm happy I've gotten through over 95% of them, and here we are today recording this video. So thank you for being patient, thank you for believing in me, thank you for staying with me, thank you for not leaving the 90 days to 1 million naira challenge paid group. So this is one of the bonuses that you were supposed to get, and if you're watching this, that means you have it. The next bonus is our book called Triangle of Profit. So the book is in the press, it is being printed, but I'm going to share the PDF with you guys. I don't know, sometime next week. The reason I've not shared that PDF yet is because each time we plan to share it, we think of something else that has to go into the book, so we have to add some more content into the book, and then when we want to share it again, we think of something else that has to go into the book, that we have to add into the book. The reason why we want to make sure the book has as much information as possible is so that when you get that book and when you read it, it's going to be the absolute best book you've ever read in your business life. All right, so that's the reason why I have not sent it yet, but I'm making you guys a promise. You are going to get the book next week. The book is with our editors as I write this, and by the way, the title of the book has changed. So the original title was supposed to be Triangle of Profits, but we have changed the title and we're now calling it the Black Book of Profitable Marketing Secrets. All right, so you're going to get the PDF version next week. Don't share it. If you share it, I will find out. I will find out though. If you share them when we send them next week, I will find out. And if I find out, we are going to ban you completely from the group, and you will never buy anything. Even if you want to pay with the money, you will never buy anything from us again. All right, so apologies again, but here we are and ready to go. So, how to write powerful converting, copywriting, and sales letters and ads, even if you failed secondary school English, by Ronald Nzimora, CEO, Profit Marketing Systems Limited. Okay, so basically, the old way. What was the old way that people used to write sales letters? Okay, the old way is to use this formula called AIDA: attention, interest, desire, action. AIDA. Okay, so basically the idea is you get attention and you get interest, and then you create desire, and then you get them to take action. Okay, but that was the old way to write sales letters. That is the old school way to do it. Now, I'm not knocking AIDA. Okay, AIDA still works, but there are far better ways to write sales letters. The reason why the old way doesn't work anymore is because times have changed, guys. Times have changed. We're no longer in 1920. We're no longer in 1960. We're no longer in 1990. We are in 2017, and people's thinking and people's responses to to materials, especially marketing materials, has drastically changed. So if you stick to using old school methods, you are going to get old school results. You are not going to sell a lot of product. And I'm sure you guys want to sell a lot of products, right? You want to make sure that you sell a whole lot of things. You want to make sure that you make a whole lot of money with your business. So I'm going to show you guys, the new way of doing things. Okay, so in that old way of doing things, David Frey, who is a marketer, brilliant guy, bettered what he called the 12-step system for using AIDA to write sales letters. Okay, and Perry Belcher here, my very good friend Perry Belcher, also created a 21-step system for writing sales letters. But then I already explained what the problem with this method is. But there is a new way. Okay, the new way is what I call copyscaping. So what the hell is copyscaping? What the hell is copyscaping, guys? So basically, okay, copyscaping is a simple way to write sales letters effortlessly. Okay, so you write sales letters, you do it effortlessly, you do it without stress, you do it very simply. And I brought that title from the concept of landscaping. Okay, so if you know how to do landscaping, if you see people who do landscaping, you see that they do it in an orderly form, they do it in an orderly manner, they do it in a systematic manner. Okay, and that same way is how we used to write sales letters the new school way. Okay, why do I know that copyscaping works? Because we use it for our clients. Profit Marketing Systems Limited, which is my company that I run myself, and Digital Nexus Interactives, which is another of my companies that I'm a part owner of. Together we have sold over 30 billion naira worth of products and services for our clients, and we use this copyscaping method for all the adverts that we write, all of the radio ads that we do, all of the TV ads that we do, all of the sales letters that we create. We use copyscaping to do it, and it works like gangbusters, and we have generated billions and billions, 13 billion good ones for our clients. All right, so there are three things to copyscaping. Okay, number one is the mindset, number two is the market, and number three is the structure. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Okay, number one, the mindset. Okay, so the mindset of copyscaping is, number one, you have to have the mindset that you're writing to a friend of yours. A friend of yours. Okay, so if you're writing to a friend of yours, how would you write to them? If you're writing a letter by hand to a friend of yours, what are you going to say? Are you going to be hypey? Nope. Are you going to be crazy? Nope. Okay, you are going to write, something that is heartwarming, something that is nice to somebody that is your friend. Okay, so that's the mindset you have to adopt before you even start writing sales letters. Okay, so you have to adopt the mindset that you're writing to a friend. And the second mindset you have to adopt is that you are writing to help them. So if you're writing to help your friend, how would you do it? You are going to make all the rational arguments, right? So for example, if your friend is suffering from diabetes and you're writing him a letter and saying, hey guy, I discovered this brand new way to cure diabetes. I think it's going to help you. This is what you need to do. This is what it is. This is where to get that solution. This is how to use it, and so on and so forth. Okay, you are going to put in everything that you can. You are going to provide all of the different information that you know can help them reach that goal. Okay, so you have to write with the mindset that you are helping. And then number three is you have to push emotional buttons. People react to emotions. People buy based on emotions, and then they justify it with logic. And I'm going to give you guys a classic example. And it's a personal example of mine. So 2 years ago, I spent 150,000 naira buying a PlayStation 4. A PlayStation 4 is a gaming machine, okay? I spent 150,000 naira buying a PlayStation 4, and for the next 2 years I didn't play it. I played it maybe 5 times, okay? So, but I spent 150 grand on it, and in 2 years I played it only 5 times. So why did I spend 150,000 naira buying a machine that I only played 5 times in 2 years? Emotions, okay? I have been an avid gamer from while I was in university, okay? In fact, from while I was in secondary school, right? I've been an avid gamer. I started playing Snakes and Ladders game that my mom bought for me, and then I graduated to, to the Tetris game, that you put single batteries in and then you play on your screen. And then from there I graduated to playing NES, and then PlayStation 1, and then PlayStation 2, and then PlayStation 3. So when PlayStation 4 came out, okay, it came out long before I bought it anyway, but I had always wanted to buy it. So 2 years ago, or was it 3 years ago, something like that, 2-3 years ago anyway, okay, I got the money and I went and I bought it. But I didn't play it for more than 5 times because I was busy with business. I was busy reading books. I was busy learning and doing everything, growing my business. So there was no time to even play it. But I spent money on it and I play it. So the thing is, people buy based on emotion, okay? I bought that PlayStation because I was emotional about games. And I really wanted to own the PlayStation game, okay? That's the reason why I bought it. Alright, so that's the thing there. You have got to push emotional buttons when you're writing. Alright, so number 2 is your market. Okay, you need to first understand where your market stands as far as 2 things are concerned. Number 1, you need to know what the level of awareness is. Guys, this is killer stuff. You need to understand, especially this number 1, before you ever write one single word of your sales letter. The reason why many people's sales letters don't work is because they do not know the level of awareness of their target market. Okay, guys? And then number 2, you have to create a customer identity profile around your target market. Okay, so let's talk about number 1, all right? What is your target market level of awareness? So I learned this from this book called Breakthrough Advertising. Breakthrough Advertising is a book written by Eugene Schwartz. I was gifted a copy of the book by my mentor, Dr. Emmanuel Ojagbase, the publisher of Success Digest, publisher of Complete Sports, and CEO of numerous companies, a billionaire in his own right. He gave me the book for free. He bought it for $900, and he gave me a copy for free. And I'm so grateful that I got that book from him. So grateful. When you see how brilliant this is, you will just be like, wow. Okay, so basically there are 5 levels of awareness, that your target market can fill into. Okay, 5 levels of awareness your target market can be in. Okay, so number one is most aware. Okay, and then number 2 is product aware, and then number 3 is solution aware, number 4 is problem aware, and then number 5 is unaware. Okay, so these are the 5 levels of awareness that your target market can be in. Your target market, it doesn't matter which market you are targeting, which group of people you are targeting, they always fall into one of these levels of awareness. They are either most aware, or they are product aware, or they are solution aware, or they are problem aware, or they are totally unaware. Now, the less aware a prospect is, the more education he or she requires before you can sell to them. Okay? Before you can sell them something. the less aware a prospect is, the less open he or she will be to a sales pitch. And the less aware a prospect is, the more indirect you have to be in talking to them about your product or your service. So let's look at these 5 levels and see how each of them look like. All right, guys, let's do that. So number 1 is unaware. So these are prospects who don't realize they have a problem. Okay, they simply do not know that a better way exists. Okay, they don't know anything. They don't know there's a solution for the, and they don't even know they have a problem. How much more a solution? How much more a product that will help them, get that solution for that problem. If you go to these people directly, you are not going to sell anything to them. And I'm going to give you guys an example. So, for example, if I go out and say how to write sales letters, how to make money with copywriting. Now, many people think that copywriting means going to a government office and registering, your book or your content so that it is protected from pirates. That's what many people think copywriting is. But of course, you and I, we are marketers, we are business people. We know that that is not copywriting, right? We know that the copywriting that we mean is the art of writing ads and sales messages that convert people to sales and put money in our bank and in our pocket, right? So if I go out and I don't talk to marketers, I just go out and I do a full page ad in complete sports and I say how to learn the art of copywriting. What do you think is going to happen, guys? It's going to fall flat on his face. I am not going to sell one copy. I know that. Okay? I am not going to sell one copy of whatever it is that I'm selling, whether it's a book, whether it's a course, whether it's an event. I'm not going to sell. Nobody is going to buy it because these guys are totally unaware. So if I want to sell copywriting to those guys, guess what am I going to do? Okay, I have to use something roundabout. Okay, so I might say the secret that Ojukwu used. The secret letter that Ojukwu used to convince Gowon to agree to Biafra at Aburi. I don't know, this is just an idea that just came to my head, and then in the sales letter I can now talk about the story of Aburi, and how Gowon and Ojukwu met before the war started, and how Ojukwu used copywriting strategies to convince Gowon to do what he wanted him to do and to agree to demands that he wanted. And then I will say that you can also use those same tactics to create marketing materials to get people to buy whatever it is that you are selling. Okay, and this tactics is called copywriting. And then I now begin to break it down. You see how I came in a roundabout way, guys? You see how that works? All right. So when you're selling to group of people that are unaware that they have a problem, much more a solution, much more a product that will deliver that solution, you have to come at them indirectly. All right. So number 2 are those that are problem aware. So problem aware prospects, they know that they have a problem. They have an idea of what that problem is, but they may not completely understand it. They haven't dealt with this kind of problem before, so they are totally unfamiliar with possible solutions. So these guys know that they have a problem, but they don't know, that there are solutions to that problem. So with this kind of problems, when you want to write your sales letter, okay, you write to them about your unique solution that your product or your service brings to them to solve that problem that they know that they have. So you're going to write to them and say, this product or this service is going to solve this problem you have. And by the way, let me explain how this problem is affecting you right now and how this product is the best product that is, that is best suited to solving that problem for you. So those are the guys that are problem aware. Now, solution aware. So solution aware prospects, they know about solutions. They know that there are many solutions that exist, but they don't know about your own specific product or service. Okay? They don't know about your own specific product or service, but they know that there are plenty of solutions. They know there are options, but the problem is they don't know which one to choose. So which one should we go for? Should we choose option A or should we choose option B? You know, and there you are, you now come in, and then you are now option C, and they don't even know who the hell you are. Okay? So with this kind of products, you tell them, this is what my product can do for you. This is why my product is better than every other person's product. So you make your product and your service the focus of your sales letter when you're talking to people who are solution aware, and you let them know about everything that you have to offer. And then number 4 are those who are product aware. So product aware prospects, they know your product, but they have not bought it from you yet. Okay, they're familiar with your competitors and what your competitors are also offering. They are just not sure if your solution is the best solution for them. So they know your product, but they are considering other people too. So should I buy from this guy or should I buy from this guy? Okay, should I buy from this dude or should I buy from this other person? Okay, so with this set of people, you have to write your sales data from an angle of why your product is the best for them versus these other guys. Okay, so you fully address their questions, you fully address their objections. Okay, the key is to deliver real content with independent value that also demonstrates a benefit of your offer. And then finally, the holy grail of prospects. These are the people you want to have in your marketing toolkit every single moment of the day. You want to have them in your email list. You want to have them in your Facebook groups. Okay, you want to have them reading your articles on your pages. All right, these are the guys that are most aware. These are your best customers, your best buy customers. You know, they have bought from you over and over again. They are brand loyal. They are loyal to you. They are enthusiastic about you and everything that you put out. Okay, they attend your events if you have an event. These folks, you do not have to spend a lot of time writing a long sales letter to convince them. You don't need to do that. Just tell them, this is what we have available. This is what is going to help you do. This is how much it sells for, and this is how you can get it. And many of them are going to buy it, as long as it is something that they want. So these are the 5 levels of customer of awareness. Okay, so you need to figure out where the people that you want to target fit, you know, on this level. So are they unaware, right? Or are they problem aware? Are they solution aware? Are they product aware? Or are they most aware? Okay, so they're either unaware, or they are problem aware, or they are solution aware, or they are product aware, or they are most aware. Okay, so how do you determine your market's level of awareness? Okay, how do you determine that? How do you determine your market's level of awareness? The way to do that is to ask more questions and to probe deeper. So number 1, ask questions about the problem your offering solves. How well known is the problem? Okay, how likely are prospects to realize they have this problem? Do they even realize they have this problem? Besides your product, what other solutions are available? Okay, besides your products, what other solutions are available? How well known are these other solutions? All right. And then number 2, ask questions about your business and your company. How well known are you? Okay, how well known are we? What is our reputation in the prospects industry? So, you know, in that prospect's life, what is your reputation? Do they know you? Are you even known at all? Okay, is your product known? Is this prospect likely to have seen your advertising before? Have they seen what you have sold to them before? Have you tried selling to them before? Have they seen your ad before? Okay, what is your ad budget? And then also ask questions about your solution. Is your solution, is it brand new? If not, how long has it been on the market? Is it unique? Are there similar solutions available? How much advertising of this product have you already done? Okay, so you drill down, because when you drill down, your understanding of the prospects are going to your understanding of the prospects overall awareness level is going to shoot up. And once you have determined what your prospects already know about your solution, it makes it much easier to figure out what you need to say to them to lead them towards a sale. All right, and then the next thing you do after you have found out your target market level of awareness is to create your customer identity profile. So to write effective copy, you need to be able to walk in the shoes of a prospect. You need to feel what they feel. You need to be able to feel their pain, understand their struggle, feel their joys. You have got to be able to feel it as if you are one of them as much as you possibly can. You want to know what their age is, you want to know their gender, you want to know their likes, you want to know their dislikes, you want to know how many children they have, you want to know their education level, you want to know what kind of work that they do and where they do that work, etc. And then you have to use all of this information to represent one prospect, because everybody is reading your sales letter one at a time, one person at a time, one person at a time. Okay, so you use all of this information and use it to describe one person. When you do this, you get to know exactly what to say to them. So guys, your customer is your best copywriter. Believe me, you are not even your best copywriter. Your customer is your best copywriter. So if you want to sell hair products, go on and find a bald man or woman and interview them and record what they say about that condition. Better still, get them to write it all out for you. If you want to sell a Facebook advertising course, find someone who wants to do Facebook advertising for the first time and ask them what they think about it, what their fears are, what's bothering them as far as doing that is concerned. Or find someone who has already done it before and who has failed at it and talk to them about the experiences. If you want to sell cooking pots, people, talk to a housewife who uses them. If you want to sell car insurance, talk to someone who has had their car hit by a silly downfall driver or another car, and those people didn't have insurance and he didn't have insurance, and he or she had to spend hundreds of thousands of naira, because they didn't have insurance. So basically you get the point, right? Okay, so your customer is the best source of the pain points related to the problem that your product or service solves or the desire that it fulfills. They know and use the words and phrases that ring truest and that speak to them about that problem or that desire. They are the authors of the conversation that they are having in their minds about their problem and your solution. So listen to them, guys. Take notes. The rest is just you putting it all together. Okay, but what if you can't find them? Okay, what if you can't find these people, right? What if you can't find them? What if you can't find one person, what if you can't find one person that has this problem to sit down and talk with you? Then you do the next best thing, which is research. But try to make sure that you find someone to sit down and talk to. But if you can't do that, then you do the next best thing, you research. You go to the places where these people hang out. Okay? Go to the places where they hang out. And this is how to do it. So number one is you use the Facebook Insight apps. Okay, so use Facebook Insight apps. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. The Facebook Insight apps will enable you to narrow down the demographics and the psychographic data about your target market. Okay, so this is I'm on Facebook right now, and this is my Facebook account. You can see my name is showing up there. So I'm going to search for Insights app. Okay, and then I'm going to search for that, and let's see. Oh, okay, let's see apps. So I click on apps. ouch, sorry guys. Okay, it's there. It's actually called Audience Insights apps. Okay, Audience Insights. So this is it here. So click on it. Let me come back to our slides. This is let's see now. Audience Insights app. Okay. Alright, so come back to Facebook. So when you click on the app, it pops up this. You have to be logged into your Facebook account first of all, of course. So it's going to pop up this, and then you click on this button that says everyone on Facebook, okay? And then it shows you all of this data. Now, under location, you're going to see that by default, it shows you the United States. Okay, so you want to remove that. Okay, so just put your cursor on the name of the country. This X is going to show, and then you click on it to remove it. Okay, so because we want to sell to Nigeria, if I wanted to sell to people in the United States, I'm still going to leave the United States. I'm not going to remove it. Okay, so I want to sell to people in Nigeria. So I search for Nigeria, and then it shows in the drop down. Let me do that again, guys. Okay, so I search for Nigeria, so it's going to show, and then I click on it. Okay, so it's telling me that the people in Nigeria who are active on Facebook every single month are between 15 and 20 million. Okay, people on Facebook who are active every month are between 15 to 20 million. Okay, or everybody who is active. Okay, so this is Nigeria. So under age and gender, it starts from age 18 because 18 is the lowest age you should be before you actually have the legal rights to use Facebook. Okay, so gender is on all right, and so under interest, I'm now going to type the name of the stuff that I want to sell. So let's say I want to sell a business course, right? So I'm going to type business. Okay, so how many people on Facebook are interested in business? So business, and then I'll click on business and industry also. Okay, so business. So it says, Facebook says that between 7 and 8 million monthly people are active on Facebook who are interested in business. 40% of them are women and 61% of them are men. All right. Relationship status, 55% of them are single, 11% of them are in a relationship, 3% of them are engaged, 31% of them are married. Now, under education level, so these are all the demographics, right, for both men and women who are interested in business. Okay, 69% of them have gone to college. College actually means university. Okay, 19% of them have done either masters or PhDs or something above it. So that means they've gone to graduate school. Okay, 12% of them just finished secondary school. That's what high school means. All right, so job title. So click here. So 30% of them are in management, 23% of them are in administrative services, 21% of them are in arts, entertainment, sports, and media, and so on and so forth, guys. So basically, that's it for demographics. So page likes, what kind of pages do they like? Okay, so they like electronics and all of that. They like insurance, they like mobile phones, they use the internet. These are the kind of foods they like. They drink a lot of Powerhouse and eat a lot of Indomie. transportation service. They like using Peace Mass Transit a lot, and so on and so forth. Okay, so many of them shop at ShopRite. Many of them use GG to buy stuff. Okay. All right. So that's for business. Okay. So let's change our interest. So we'll delete that and we'll put in marriage. Okay. So I want to see those who are interested in marriage. Okay. So I come back to demographics. So you can see 58% of them are women, 42% of them are men. Okay. 34% of them are between the ages of 18 to 24. 37% of the women are between the ages of 25 to 34. 11% of the women are between the ages of 35 to 44. 4% of them are between the ages of 45 to 54. And so on and so forth. 12% of them are 65 and above. Relationship status, 52% of them are single. And 33% of them are married. 12% are in a relationship. 3% are engaged. Okay. 12% of them are in high school. In fact, this number reduced by 15% from the total number the previous month. Okay, that's what this minus 15 means. 68% of them have gone to university. 21% of them have gone to graduate school. So job title, the same thing, management and administrative services, so on and so forth. These are people who are interested in marriage and marriage talk and everything marriage. Okay. So I know, and what this tells me is that the people who are interested in marriage more are women, over 50% of them. So if I'm going to sell anything on marriage, I'm going to focus on women. I will ignore the guys for the time being. All right. So to narrow that down, so I'm just going to come under gender and click on women. Okay. And then I can now see better. So this is it. Wow. All right. So there we go. So basically this basically gives you so location. You can also look at location and see where they come from. 49% of the women who are interested in marriage live in Lagos, 8% live in Abuja, 5% lives in Port Harcourt, 4% in Benin City. Let's look at the activities. In the last 30 days, they've posted an average of 24 comments. They've liked about 29 posts. They've shared about 2. They've clicked on about 29 ads. Whoa! So these guys actually click on ads. Okay, they've liked about 2 pages lifetime. Okay. So devices, 90% of them use mobile. 9% use desktop and mobile. 0.6 use desktop only. Haha. Of this number that use mobile, 89% of them are actually on Android. Only 3% use the iPhone. 4% use mobile web browsers. So basically, guys, so you see how that works, and so you use the Audience Insight apps to get the age, to get insights about demographic and psychographic insights about the market. Okay, you can also use YouTube. Companies make marketing videos about different products, so you can go to YouTube and search for your product and see videos that companies have made. Then read the comments for each video and note what people say and how they said it. Number 3, you can join Facebook groups. There are hundreds of relevant Facebook groups you can join that have thousands and sometimes millions of people in your target market. So go join those groups. If you don't want to use your regular Facebook account to join those groups, create another Facebook account, a dummy Facebook account, and use it to join those groups and observe what is happening in those groups. Look at what questions people are asking, look at what the kind of posts people are posting, and read the comments and see how people are thinking about these issues. Okay. Amazon is another one you can use. So if you're writing about a particular type of product, or you want to sell a particular type of product, go to Amazon and search for it. Search for similar products, read the reviews, what are people saying and how are they saying it. Super important. Number 5 is online forums, like we have Nairaland. You can also find other forums. Just search for your topic plus forum in Google and you're going to see countless numbers of forums. So there's a forum somewhere on the web. Join those forums, create another email address. Don't use the regular email address. Create a new email address and use that new email address to join those forums and read the posts. What kind of things are people posting about? Okay, what are their complaint threads? What is the nature of the complaints? Okay, they are very valuable. Look at the comments people are leaving in the very popular posts and threads that people are making in those forums. So make sure you have a pen and paper by your side. As you're observing these things, you write them down, or you can create a notepad file. If you're doing it online, create a notepad file and copy and paste these questions and the answers and the comments that these people are making. Okay, when you have done this for a bit, okay, you are going to start noticing a trend. You are going to see that some of these things are similar. What people are saying are similar. Which words are similar? Which phrases are similar? What kind of comments are they making? What is the general sentiment or attitude that is being expressed? So those are the things that you are going to use in your copywriting to make it more authentic and make people feel like you know them really well. And then we come to structure. So structure is the third part of the copyscaping system, right? So this is where you now begin to put together everything that you've done up till now, okay? So structure is divided into 4 places. So it's not 12 like David Fry recommends, and it's not 21 like Perry Belcher recommends. It's just 4. So you need a big idea, headline. You need a storyline, you need to list out objections, and then you need to create what I call a mafia offer. Okay? So, you need a big idea headline. So let me tell you guys a story from when I was a little boy. When I was little, I was actually born at Ahmadu Bello Teaching Hospital, Zaria, in Kaduna State. And we were living in a small town then called Gusau in Old Sokoto State. Gusau now is the capital of Zamfara State. So that was where we were living then. And my dad had a pickup truck, a Peugeot pickup truck, right? And in December, we would travel in the pickup truck from the north and drive from the north down to my village in Anambra State. So one day, we're driving, and this journey takes about 2 hours to complete. Did I say 2 hours? It takes nearly 48 hours to complete, about 2 days. So we have to stop, at different points along the way as we are going, right? So I remember this particular day. So we were driving in the night. It was probably 10 p.m., 11 p.m. We were around a place called Amba. I think Amba is in Benue State or so. And there were bushes on both sides of the road, and we were just cruising. And next thing you know, this animal, this deer, just jumps right in front of the car. And my dad, the pickup's headlamps were very bright and shining. This deer jumps into the middle of the road and stops. And is looking straight into the lights. and the lights, I think the lights blinded the deer, and the deer was just standing there in the middle of the road. Okay, why am I telling you this story? Because after some time, that deer finally broke its gaze from the lights and moved out of the road, jumping over to the other side, and we continued on our journey. What you want to do when you write a headline is to make people stop and stare at their computer screen or their mobile phone screens when they read your headline, just like that deer did that night when we were traveling to the village from the north. Okay, that is what you want to happen. You want people to stop in their tracks when you see your headlines. You want them to be like, what the hell is that? I need to know what the hell that is. I need to know what it is. I want to find out what it is. Okay? So, a big idea headline, okay, which is represented by BI here, okay, is equal to a UBP times UM times IIA. Now, let me explain what that equation means, really. Okay? A big idea headline is a combination of an upfront believable promise, which is a UBP, which means that it has to have an upfront believable promise. It has to be believable, very, very important. Then it has to have a unique mechanism. Okay, how does it work? It has to have a peculiar way that whatever it is that you are promising, that you are telling them about works. Okay, it has to have what is called a unique mechanism, and then it has to be it has to have an intellectually interesting appeal, and that appeal must be relevant to your market. So let's break down all of this equation in simple English by showing you guys an example or several examples of what I mean. Okay, so I want you guys to look at this headline. I saw this headline early in the year. That was last year, sorry. I saw this headline last year, a few days before the US presidential elections that Donald Trump won. And it says, I saw it on the financial site, and it said, take action before November 8th. November 8th was the day of the election, and watch the secret $50 marijuana stock blueprint turn a single $50 bill into a massive fortune. Now is the right time to bet big on marijuana, as the industry is poised to be gigantic. So that comment is actually from CNBC, the financial news station. So when I saw this headline, I was like, what the heck is the $50 marijuana stock? So it forced me to start searching and doing research. And I found out that on the same day that the United States of America voted for a new president, they were also voting for the legalization of marijuana, aka Indian hemp, aka Igbo, like we call it in Nigeria, goof, like they call it in some places in the East where I hail from. All right, so secret $50 marijuana stock. So what it meant is that day the marijuana was being made legal for use and for sale in the United States, and because of that, many companies were going to spring up, who will be using that, to manufacture drugs, to sell it, to create all sorts of products. Which means that if you buy stocks in those companies that will be using marijuana, your stock is going to blow up. The value of your stocks is going to go up. Okay, so instead of saying how to buy stocks in shares of companies that will use marijuana, nope, they didn't say that. They just said secret marijuana stock blueprints, turn a single $50 bill into a massive fortune. And then they now quoted CNBC and saying the CNBC says that this is the right time to bet big on marijuana, as the industry is poised to be gigantic. Now, this is the upfront believable promise, right? That you can turn $50 into a massive fortune. They didn't say turn $50 into $5 billion. They didn't say turn $50 into $5 million. They just said $50 into a massive fortune. Now, a massive fortune can be $100,000, it can be $200,000, okay? But they didn't use a number for that massive fortune because they wanted it to be believable, okay? And then the unique mechanism, is that all you need is $50 to make this magic happen. Is a $50 marijuana blueprint, and then it is intellectually and interesting and has that appeal. Because basically the appeal is that what is happening within the equity market regarding cannabis. Okay, this should be cannabis. Regarding cannabis on November 8th. Is what presents this unique opportunity, because the people that are reading this stuff, because just like I was thinking that day, all of us were thinking, what the hell is happening with marijuana on November 8th? It made it was very, very interesting, and it forced me to go researching, even though I knew I wasn't going to buy the stock anyway, because I don't even live in the US, and in fact I wasn't even thinking of buying any stock. But it forced me to actually go and research because it was intellectually interesting. Okay, now this is another headline that I saw sometime this year. Okay, and it said Microsoft, Google, and Facebook have joined forces to create a groundbreaking device that will bring about the death of the iPhone. Wired magazine says it will change the way we interact with the world, and this tiny $7 tech company is the one thing connecting them all together. So what is the UPP? What is the believable promise right there? So the believable promise there is that you can jump in on a tech stock that sells for only $7 now. Wow. So if you know tech stocks, you know that tech stocks are expensive. Okay? Tech stocks are super expensive. I think Apple is selling for, let's see what Apple is selling for right now. Apple stock price. Let's see what Apple is selling for right now, and then we'll see what Microsoft. So Apple is selling for $471.68 today. Okay, that's what it's selling for. Okay, let's see what Microsoft is selling for. You can see that it is today's date, 16 November, right? So Microsoft is selling for $83.28 today. Okay, so let's see what Nvidia is selling for. Nvidia is selling for $212.93. Okay, let's see what HP is selling for. Okay, $21.66. Why am I showing you these things? Now, the believable promise is that you can jump in on a tech stock for $7 now. If you understand how people who invest in the stock market behave, you understand why this promise is believable. What they're looking for every single time is to find a stock that they can jump in on at a very, very low price. Okay, so, and this headline is telling them that they can jump in on a tech stock for just $7. Like, they're going to be all over it. And then the unique mechanism is that Microsoft, Google, and Facebook are teaming up to take advantage of the device that $7 tech company is producing. Okay, so these three companies. So if Microsoft, which is a big company, and Google, which is a big company, and Facebook, which is another big company, are actually going to ignore all their differences and come together to patronize this company, which means that the value of that $7 stock is definitely going to go up. That's what it means. It means that it's going to go up, and they're all teaming together. What? To kill the iPhone. I mean, is an appealing prospect to think that the iPhone is going to die, right? The iPhone is going to die. Wow, it's such an appealing prospect, So this headline is just killer, and this promo, from what I heard, killed it. Sold a lot of products. All right, let's look at number 3. So this one is for an anti-aging cream. So away from tech stocks, right? Away from all of that tech mumbo jumbo. So this is for an anti-aging cream. So it says, Fountain of Youth discovered, fact or fairy tale. Has medical science discovered the magic bullet that can reverse the aging process and let you slice off 20 years off your current age? So here we go. So the primary promise is that you can slice 20 years off your current age. How many of you have seen women, 2 women who look alike, right? They look like they are 20 years old, and then they tell you, oh, this one is this one's mother, this one is daughter, this one is the mother, and you're like, no way, that can't be possible. You two look like twins. Have you seen that sort of thing? Have you experienced that sort of thing? Because I'm sure that a lot of people have done that. Okay, so this woman is probably 55 years old, but she looks 30 years old, or she looks 25 years old. Okay, so it is believable because you've seen that kind of thing before. And then you're sitting down there, if you're a woman, and you're wondering, wow, can this happen for me too? Can this happen for me too? So the unique mechanism is that it is medical science that has discovered this thing, not even cosmetic science, right? Not even the cosmetic industry, that it is the medical industry that has discovered this new thing. Okay, and then it has an intellectually interesting appeal, which is, has medical science actually discovered a fountain of youth. Is it really true that they've discovered a fountain of youth? So you guys, you see how that works. Now let's look at the next one, and this one is an info product. Okay, this is the headline for a sales letter for an information product that I've shared with a lot of you in the past. If you bought my e-commerce course, my e-commerce webinar, it was shared with you guys. And that info product is called the 12-month millionaire. So this is the headline that was used to sell the 12-month millionaire. So it says, the amazing money-making secret of a 28-year-old convicted felon who earns more money per year than the CEOs of FedEx, eBay, Amazon, Time Warner, Apple Computer, McDonald's, Microsoft, Nike, Yahoo, Ford Motor Company, General Motors, and Goodyear combined. Boom! Damn! And then, you're sitting down there and you're like, wait, this guy earns more money than the CEOs of all of these big worldwide companies. This guy earns more money than them. Damn! I need to know what the heck it is he's doing. And then you keep reading. It says, finally, successful entrepreneur and high school dropout Vincent James breaks 12-year silence to teach you his money-making strategies and powerful secrets that anyone can use to legally make as much as 77 million by this time next year. So the primary promise is that you are going to make as much as $77 million in 12 months. The unique mechanism is that this money-making secret outends the CEOs of the world's biggest companies combined. And then it has an intellectually interesting appeal, because he mentions that the system is finally being revealed after 12 years by a dropout who created it. Crazy. And by the way, this product sold like crazy. It sold like crazy. Now let's look at our final one, and this one is selling grass. So guys, you see, this can be used to sell anything. So this one is selling grass, and it says amazing grass seed mixture guarantees you a lush green lawn quickly and easily. Canada green. It sprouts and covers super fast in just 10 days. So the primary promise is that you are going to get lush green grass quickly and easy without stress, right? The unique mechanism is that it is a mixture. The intellectually interesting appeal is that it happens in only 10 days. So guys, so the way you create your big idea headline is that you have to find an upfront believable promise and attach it to a unique mechanism, and then attach both of them to an intellectually interesting appeal. When you combine those three things together, it's going to give you a big idea headline. Okay, so what I'm going to do for you guys is I want you guys, when to reach out to me, and I'm going to help you come up with big idea headlines for your own product. So if you tell me what your product is, I can help you come up with a big idea headline for it, okay? Because this is what I do, and this is what I know how to do, because I do it every day, okay? But your big idea headline can't work on its own and by itself alone. You have to attach it to the next thing, which is the storyline. So the storyline ties into the big idea headline. The idea of the storyline is to create an emotional connection with the reader and heighten their desire to want the solution that is being offered. Then the storyline now leads into your product and what it will do for the prospect reading your sales letter. So this is how it works, right? So you have your product, you have your story, you have your product, and then you have your bullet. The story must connect with your big idea headline. They must have a connection. And then the story now leads to the introduction of your products, and then the introduction of your product now leads to the bullets. The bullets are what people are going to get when they have your product. What will your product do for them? That is what the bullet is going to be about. Okay? So I'm going to give you guys links to these sales letters that I shared earlier. These ones. I'm going to give you guys the links to these sales letters, okay? So that you can see how they now created a storyline that tie into those headlines. All right. And then number 3 is your objections. Okay, so we've talked about the big idea headline, we've talked about the storyline, and now the objection. So the next thing you need to do is you now need to write out the reasons why someone will not buy your product. Write it down, all of them. After writing it down, you then rearrange, you provide answers to them and then rearrange them. Or you rearrange them first and then start providing answers to them. Okay, so here's an example, right? So here's an example. Let's see that. Oh, so let's say I sell a teeth whitening product, guys. So let's say I sell a teeth whitening product. Let me see that. Hold on. Need to delete this slide. So let's say I sell a teeth whitening product, guys. So what are the possible objections? My teeth has been yellow all my life. It can be white again. Okay. I have used close-up for years and nothing changed. How am I sure yours is different, right? Now am I sure yours is different? Okay, it's expensive. I can't afford it. Okay, that could be another. That could be another. Okay, so let's stop at this three, right? So these are. Let's stop at this three. So let's stop at this three. Let's see here. Okay, so my teeth has been here all my life. It can't be white again. Okay. So how do you think I'm going to counter this? I'm going to say, when you were born, you were not born with yellow teeth. So your teeth has not been yellow all your life. Something happened between when you were young to right now that change the color of your teeth. These are the things that change the color of your teeth. You know, the food you ate because of the acid and so on and so forth. You know, and because it went untreated for years, the enamel in your teeth kept absorbing the acid, and gradually over time, the acid starts changing the color of your teeth. Okay. So as long as you do this and that, okay, it's going to penetrate inside your teeth and remove those things that have accumulated in your teeth over years and restore your teeth back to the original color, which is pure white that it was when you were born. And then the next objection is going to be, but I've used close-up all these years and nothing changed. How am I sure that yours is different? So I'm going to counter that with, close-up was not created to make your teeth white, despite what the advertising says. Of course, they tell you that it's going to make your teeth white, but like you have just said, you know, you've been using close-up and you've been using Pepsodent all these years. Has your teeth become white? No, which means that they are lying. What close-up and Pepsodent and any other toothpaste that you buy off the shelf do is that they keep your mouth fresh and they make it not smelly. That is what they do. They don't make your teeth white. If you want to make your teeth white, this is what you have to do. Okay, so another one could be is expensive, because probably your product is expensive. Okay, I can't afford it. So you say, this is why it is expensive. And then you explain why it's expensive. If you say you can't afford it, maybe that's true, but would you rather live with this problem? These are the things that it will cost you if you don't make your teeth white. Okay, that girl that you have been chasing, you won't get her because you have crooked yellow teeth, you know, and she can't show you off to her friends, so she's going to feel ashamed showing you off. So even if she's interested in you, she doesn't want to go ahead and date you because of the color of your teeth. Okay, so there are many ways I can justify this. So, but you get the point. So the idea is to list as many objections as possible. Okay, why people will not buy your product, and then counter them with answers, and then place them after your bullets here. You now start placing them in order. Okay, so another objection can be who else has used your products? Who else has used your product aside you yourself? Right? So this could be another objection. Okay, so let me further reduce this, guys. So who else has used your product aside yourself? Aside you, who else has used it aside you? Okay, so that's where you bring in testimonials. But don't believe what I have to say. So you say, but don't believe what I have to say. Listen to these other people who have used, white teeth magic. And then you put testimonial 1, testimonial 2, testimonial 3, testimonial 4, and so on and so forth. So basically, that's what you do. So list everything that has to do with the reasons why people will not buy your products. And then, counter them, provide answers, and then place them after your bullets and place them in order, okay, in order of logic, so that it will flow. All right, so that's what you do. And then, after you've done that, we now come to the next section, which is the last one, which is what I call creating an offer. Okay, creating a magic offer. So, creating a mafia offer, sorry. Now, if you've watched the movie The Godfather, I like using this a lot. So, in The Godfather, part 1 of The Godfather, okay, where Sonny was talking to Don Corleone, and he's saying, no, not Sonny, where John, the movie actor, was talking to Don Corleone about him wanting to act in a movie, and but the production company was not allowing him to do that. And the Godfather, Don Corleone, still told him not to worry, and he used this famous line that has been quoted a lot in marketing. He says, "I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse." A mafia offer is an offer that is hard to refuse. A mafia offer is an offer that people are going to hear, and they are going to think in their mind, I have to be stupid not to buy this thing. I have to be an idiot not to buy it. I have to be an absolute bleeding fool if I miss the opportunity to buy this product. That is what a mafia offer is. Okay? So you need to know how to put together a mafia offer so that people take you up on it immediately, guys. You need to do that. Okay, so how do you create a mafia offer? First of all, you need to understand what your mafia offer entails. Number 1, format. What is your product? How is your product delivered? Because all of them lend to people buying and people making snap decisions to buy. Is your product, is it a physical product? Is it a digital product? If it's a digital product, is it a live event? Is it a webinar? Is it a membership? Okay. Now, when I sell digital products, because I want to raise the value in people's eyes, I want them to see it as far more valuable than what I'm selling to them. I don't just sell them an ebook. An ebook has very low perceived value. Rather, I put the ebook inside the membership site and said, if you buy our product, we are going to put you into our membership site where you can log in. People like logins, it gives it a perceived value. It's not just download and read, it's login. But of course, if they log in, what did they get to see there? They get to see an ebook. But because I'm smart, Ronald is a smart guy, right? I don't just give them an ebook. I convert that ebook and make a video version of it. If it's possible to do that, okay? And in fact, it's possible to do that with all the ebooks. Doesn't matter what your topic is, you can do it. Okay, so I create videos of the same ebook, and then I now strip the audio from the videos and have audio versions also of the ebook. So they are not just buying an ebook, they are buying an ebook, they are buying videos of the content of the ebook, they are buying audios of the content of the ebook. And I put everything inside the membership site where they can log in and download. If I don't want to sell an ebook, I simply make it a webinar. When you paid for this, it was going to be a series of videos and a webinar, right? Or I simply just do a live event where people come and see me and talk to me face to face. All right. So Next thing you do is to determine your price. So how much are you selling your product for? Okay, you need to quote it, you need to decide what it is, and from time to time change your pricing and test it. And then your monthly offer also includes your bonuses. You should have at least 3 bonuses for your product. You should have at least 3 bonuses for whatever it is that you're selling. If you can't have 3, have 1. Okay, it must be odd number. Your bonuses must be odd numbered. Can't be even number. Why? I don't know, but from experience and from having sold things over and over again, odd number bonuses always outwork even number bonuses. I don't know why. Nobody knows this thing sometimes. If the main product being sold is a physical or e-commerce product, it can be anything. Okay, it can be free shipping, can be the bonus. So you can have free shipping as a bonus, and then something small that you are adding to the stuff. And it doesn't have to be related to the product. If it's a physical product, it doesn't matter what it is you're giving as a bonus. Okay, so I bought a bow tie. It was delivered. A friend of mine actually bought it for me. Thank you, promise. So, bought me the bow tie, and the people that delivered the bow tie put a stick of Mars chocolate inside it. I was pleasantly surprised when I saw it. I was like, oh wow. I opened the Mars chocolate bar, right? It was just one. That Mars chocolate bar is sold for about 150 or 100 naira. I'm not even sure. 200 naira tops, right? But they put it there, and I saw it. Now their name is stuck in my head. Okay. Now, what has a chocolate got to do with bow ties? Nothing. But I loved it. So if it's a physical product, add something, anything as a bonus. They're going to love it and they're going to remember you. Okay, if the main product being sold is an information product, then the bonuses that you're going to use should be related. Okay, they shouldn't be the same with the main product, but they should be related. So, for example, if I'm selling a Facebook course, okay, one of my bonuses can be, membership of a exclusive Facebook group of the people who buy the product. The second bonus can be an Instagram advertising course, because people who advertise on Facebook also like to advertise on Instagram. So I'll create another course for Instagram and offer it to them. Okay, then the next one is your guarantee. That is the fourth part of your monthly offer. So first think about the downside of buying your product. Buying your product is a risk, because many of the people who are going to be buying from you don't even know who the hell you are. They don't know whether you're a fraud, a 419, and idiots who will take their money and just disappear. There's always a downside to buying your product, and many times it's more than one. So the important thing to do is to think about how to eliminate risk on the part of your customer in a way that protects them. And then second, you have to make the most authentic and unusual promise that you possibly can make. Okay? Because your competitors most likely have very boring and timid guarantees that inspire zero trust in their customers. So this is a very, very unique opportunity for you to stand out. Okay? So when you're giving a guarantee, okay, a 365 days guarantee is always better than a 90-day guarantee, which is always better than a 30-day guarantee, which is always better than a 7-day guarantee, which is always better than no guarantee. Okay? And then the product format matters. If it's a physical product, tell them that they can return it for a full refund. Tell them, if you don't like it, you can return it, and we'll give you every single kobo of your money back when you return it. Okay? If you return it, you will get your money back. Alright? So if they return it, they get their money back. So if it's an information product, a digital product, tell them that they don't even need to return it, because I mean, how how will they return it? But tell them that they don't even need to return it, but they will get a full refund if they don't like it. No questions asked. They don't even need to ask a question. Okay? Even better, tell them that they will get double their money back if the product doesn't work for them. Mind what I said and how I said it. Tell them they will get a full refund if they don't like it. Full refund. And if you put it to work and they implement it and it doesn't work for them, they can get double their money back. Okay? If it's a membership that you charge every month for, tell them that the first 30 days is a trial. If they don't like it after the first 30 days, they can simply tell you and you cancel the account and give them the money they paid for that first 30 days back. Always make guarantees conditional, otherwise they are going to be abused. Especially if it's a physical product, tell them they have to return it. So if I'm selling cream, okay, if I'm selling, say, an anti-wrinkle cream, for example, my guarantee is going to say, buy this product, use it for the next 14 days. If you have not noticed even one single change in your face after the first 14 days, return whatever is left in the bottle and I'm going to give you a full refund of your money back. Return whatever is left inside that container. It doesn't matter. Just return it and I will give you your money back. Killer, right? Killer. Okay, so I'm giving you guys a link here that shows you. So just type this. This is an underscore here. Okay, in case you're not seeing, there's an underscore between this ZJLZ underscore sweeting. Okay, there's an underscore there. So type it out and into Google and read this particular edition of Gary Harper's newsletter. Is going to show you and teach you more about writing your guarantees. So these are some examples of guarantees, right? So all of you know Domino's Pizza. Domino's Pizza is everywhere in Nigeria. So they say if they don't deliver your pizza in 30 minutes or less, then your pizza is free. And believe you me, I've called Domino's Pizza many times and they deliver within 30 minutes. Crazy stuff. Then the Hamptons Inn says, if you're not satisfied with any aspect of our service, the Hamptons Inn is a hotel, you don't have to pay for your stay. That's a big, bold promise, guys. Me on This is a site that sells underwear to women. And they say, if you don't like our underwear when you buy it, if you don't like it, return it. Even if you want it, return it after 30 days. And we are going to give you your money back. Even if you've won it, even if it doesn't matter, just return it and we'll give you your money back. Then Cutco is a company that sells knives. It says, if you buy our knife, you will never have to buy another knife ever again. So their knives have lifetime free sharpening and repair. You don't even need to present the receipts that you bought it from them. Then Zappos is a site that sells shoes. It was bought by Amazon 3 years ago, or 2 or 3 years ago, okay, and it says you can buy a pair of shoes from Zappos, wear it for a full year and return it for free and you will still get your money back. They call it the extreme guarantee. Then LifeLock is a company that protects identity online. It says, LifeLock takes its mission seriously. If a member's identity is compromised, LifeLock is going to spend up to $1 million to hire lawyers and other experts to help them recover their identity. Crazy, man. I love that. I love that guarantee. I just love it. Okay, and then now the fifth part of the Mafia offer is your scarcity. So there are three kinds of scarcity. There's quantity-based scarcity. That's why you say, I'm going to sell only 300 copies of this, and I have only 300 seats at my events. Once they are gone, they are gone. Okay? Or you can use price-based scarcity, where you say, if you don't buy this, after so date, the price is going to increase, right? the price is going to increase. Or you can use time-based scarcity, where you say, if after certain, if you don't buy it by social dates, the sales are going to end. Okay, it doesn't matter which one you use, whichever one you use, make sure you stick to it, because if you don't stick to it, the next time you run an ad or push out a sales letter, people are not going to believe you. Don't train people to disbelieve you, train them to believe you. Okay, so whichever scarcity method that you're using, always make sure you follow through. 1 week after, you can come back and say, due to popular demand, right, we are opening our doors again and selling a few more copies, or we are extending the time limit for people to buy, right? Or we are going to because many of you have disturbed me. Okay, I'm still going to open it for 1 more week at the original price. Okay, but make sure that you end it when you say it will end, and then you can come back 1 week or 2 weeks later and announce that due to popular demand, we're bringing it back, and so on and so forth, guys. So make sure that you do that. Okay. So the reason why you want to use scarcity in your offers and incorporate it into your offers is because human beings, you, me, I, everybody are procrastinators. We procrastinate a lot. We won't do something unless we are compelled, unless we know that we are going to lose out, unless we know that we are going to miss out. That is when we take action. Otherwise, nobody is ever going to buy anything. So you must make sure that you incorporate scarcity into your offer. And when you do that, when you use when you do these 5 things, you are going to have an offer that is a mafia offer. So finally, to wrap up this class, guys, when you're writing your sales letters, always remember to use a lot of white space, not more than 3 sentences per paragraph. Not more than 3 sentences per paragraph. I don't care what you are writing. If you've written 3 sentences, start the next one on a new paragraph. Eliminate as much of the word that and but in your sales letters. Always use images to illustrate as much of your sentences as possible. Try to use appropriate images. Use appropriate images. Images bring sales letters to life and make it easy to read. Okay. Then when you are done writing your sales letter, read it out loud. Enter inside your bedroom, close the doors, lock the windows, and read it out loud to you. And anywhere you stumble, note where you stumble and rewrite it, then read it again, or simply delete that place. Okay. So if you do these things, guys, you are going to be able to write a solid sales letter that will sell your product, even if you are writing your very first sales letter ever. Okay, so if you have comments, drop them in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this training. If you have any questions, ask me these questions, ask away. I'm going to be there to answer your questions and help you guys out as much as I can. So I'm also still going to release the remaining 3 videos of the 90-day challenge, guys. So the videos are coming, guys. It's going to come. Trust me, it's going to come. Once again, I want to thank all of you for being with me, for staying with me, for trusting me, for being incredibly patient. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys know that I love you and I want you to succeed. Thank you so much for being with me, for watching this video to the very end. Ask away your questions, talk to me, tell me what you think, and I'm going to see you in the remaining videos. Peace.